So let's start reading verse 1. And so, dear brothers and sisters, and this at the end of Paul masterfully laying out the plan of salvation and the inner struggle that the believers have in 7 and 8. It's too much. I'd have to be here for 12 weeks instead of 2, so I won't go there. And so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because of all he has done for you. Let them be a living and holy sacrifice, the kind he will find acceptable. Not the kind you will find acceptable. See, when it comes to sacrifice first, you have to understand that God is going to require you to give up something that you probably like. Not something that you don't struggle with or you were never tempted by anyway, but when it comes to laying down our lives so that we can be in connection with God, it's going to require us to sacrifice some things that we normally would like to do ourselves in our own carnal nature, sinful nature, so that we can pick up the cross of Jesus Christ and live the way he has called us to live. If you don't have that discipline, it's going to be hard for you to literally move into the things of God like you want. Okay? Because your life is going to be about death. The true believer literally says, I want to be more like him. I want you to use my life and to bring glory to your name. If you're going to really say that, what you're really saying is, I choose to die daily so that your life can be glorified in mine. And if that is really going to happen, then we have to make some really tough choices. And that is, do I really want to be me the rest of my life, or do I want to be a vessel that he is used to live through? Do I want my own agenda fulfilled, or do I want his agenda fulfilled in my life? And if I'm really going to be a vessel that is used by God, am I going to complain the whole time I'm being used? We have an entire generation now, Lord, use me, I want to be used. As soon as they start getting used, they're crying, I can't believe God is using me. It's so hard. You're like, but you just worshiped and was like, God, use me. And I was like, yeah, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and every third Saturday. I didn't think he was going to want to like consume my life and make me something, transform me into somebody else. And so the problem is change is hard. It is difficult. When you look in the Old Testament at the children of Israel and you see them come out of Egypt after being in bondage for 400 years, they are in bondage for 400 years until something transformed in them psychologically. Okay, so now they get used to a slave's mentality. They get used to a way and a lifestyle of living and thinking that to the point that as they prayed for deliverance, they wanted to be delivered. They didn't want to be like this anymore. They couldn't wait to get out. God sends Moses as their deliverer. And after 400 years of oppression and slavery and bondage, they're delivered. They come out, God's part the Red Sea. They all dance across of it. They get to the other side. The sea closes and all the horses and the men drown. And then Mary pulls out a tambourine and they start dancing. Now, if you're Egyptian at this time, you would be heated, okay? Because you're drowning and all you hear is, you blip, blip, oh, I hate you, and stand your God, okay? So they all die, all right? So now they are out of Egypt, right? They prayed for change, they prayed for deliverance, they got deliverance, and now they're on the other side. They're in the wilderness now, but they're free, and they're out of harm's way. They're no longer oppressed by Pharaoh and the Egyptian culture, and even though they're out of their issue was not out of them. I'm free. I'm no longer in bondage. I'm not in Egypt anymore, but Egypt is still in you. And literally what happens when we come into a relationship with Jesus Christ, we are instantaneously changed. Our heart is, but not minds. And this is what believers have such a hard time grappling with as they begin to walk out their relationship with Jesus Christ is, okay, I came to the altar, I was crying, I repented of my sins, I accepted Christ into my life, I felt something different. The heart was changed, the scales fell from your eyes, and so now you are aware of your sin, Holy Spirit convicts you of your sin, but your mind isn't changed. This is what takes time. And the reason why this takes time is because now we have to have an entire different way of thinking in order to line up with the will of God. Because no matter how many years you were in your sin, when you come into a relationship with Jesus Christ, he won't let you rest in it anymore. If you're truly called by him and you have truly had experience with Jesus Christ and not experience with religion. I got to say that again. If you've really had experience with Jesus Christ as opposed to experience with religion, the Holy Spirit will convict you of sin instead of your church convicting you of rules. Ooh, that was juicy.